Hello everybody, we're here and we, as you can tell, are learning about butterflies this week, the life cycle of a butterfly. And it's very kind of similar to the life cycle of a frog, right? We learned about that last week. We know that frogs, when they hatch from their eggs, they don't look like frogs. They are what? Tadpoles. Well, butterflies, when they hatch from their eggs, they don't look like butterflies. They look like something else. So I'm not going to read this whole book because it has lots of chapters and it has lots of pages and words. But I am going to show you how to use something called the table of contents. Can you say that? Table of contents, yeah. So here's what a table of contents looks like. Okay? And it says at the top, table of contents. And that just means it's giving you information. It's telling you what pages to look depending on what you want to learn about. So if you wanted to learn about a mighty big trip, if you wanted to learn about how they migrate, remember we talked about how butterflies migrate in the winter? If you wanted to learn about that, you might say mighty big trip. Right? That seems like it might be kind of a big, long migration. And you're going to go to page 8 to learn about that. We want to learn about the life cycle of a butterfly, right? So I'm going to look on here and see if I can find something that might have to do with the life cycle. So I'll look. Oh, and it says right here, from egg to butterfly. So that seems like it might be about the life cycle. And that is on page 30. See how I followed those dots? That's on page 30. So I'm going to open up to page 30. Here it is. And look at the title. From egg to butterfly. So let's talk about the life cycle of a butterfly. There are 4 stages in a butterfly's life. Number 1, egg. Just like a frog, right? A mother butterfly places her eggs on a milkweed leaf. A tiny butterfly egg is the size of a pinhead. This stage lasts 4 days, so they only stay in their egg for 4 days before they hatch. Now, hard-working mamas. A female, that means a girl, carries up to 400 eggs. She flies from leaf to leaf. On each leaf, she places only 1 or 2 eggs. That's a lot of work. And then this is kind of a fun fact down here. It says a monarch caterpillar, so this is a monarch butterfly. A monarch caterpillar eats its eggshell before it starts eating the milkweed leaf, right? I didn't know that. So the first stage was what? The egg, just like a frog, right? Starts as an egg. Number 2, caterpillar. A tiny caterpillar hatches from the egg. It eats milkweed all day long. In 2 weeks, it grows from less than a 1/4 inch to 2 inches long. So look how small it starts. And then it grows and grows and grows because it eats and eats and eats. And it stays a caterpillar for about 2 weeks. Stage number 3, a chrysalis. Now here's something funny. A lot of us, we like to think that these are called cocoons, and that might be a word you know. You might know the word cocoon, but a cocoon is talking about a moth. A chrysalis, there's that word, a chrysalis, that is this for a butterfly, right? When they build that shell almost for a butterfly. So stage 3, chrysalis. A caterpillar sheds its skin, just kind of like a snake, and hard protective coating is formed. This is called a chrysalis. From outside, it appears that nothing is happening. But inside, the caterpillar is transforming into a butterfly. This stage lasts about 10 days. Now you'll see in some of the videos that when they get into the chrysalis, you can't see what they're doing, but the chrysalis moves. So what do you think the butterfly, or the caterpillar I should say, what do you think the caterpillar is doing in that chrysalis for it to be moving? And it kind of shimmies, it shakes like this. So we have said that stage number 1 is what? The egg, and it stays an egg for 4 days. Stage number 2 is when it hatches from the egg, what does it come out as? A caterpillar, and it stays a caterpillar for 2 weeks. Now it grows and grows and grows because it eats and eats and eats, and then it forms a what? A chrysalis. Say that. Chrysalis. And it stays in its chrysalis for about 10 days, right? Now, when it comes out of its chrysalis, what do you think stage 4 will be? Stage 4. Butterfly. So when it comes out of its chrysalis, what is it? A butterfly. So when the chrysalis opens, a butterfly is born. So this is the beginning of it opening. It says after 10 to 12 days, the chrysalis becomes clear and it cracks open. The butterfly comes out head first. See how the head's down here? Its wings are small and they're kind of crumpled. Think about when mom or dad does the laundry and they come out of the wash and they're all kind of crumpled and put together like that, right? They need to go put in the dryer or be put on the clothesline to dry. The monarch pumps liquid through the veins in its wings to make them bigger, right? So it starts pumping its wings to move all that blood and liquid so that they can get bigger. The butterfly's veins stiffen about 1 hour after it comes out of the chrysalis. The monarch is ready to fly. So when it first comes out, is our butterfly ready to fly away? Not yet, right? It needs to move that blood and have those veins, those black lines, get stiff, right? So that it can move. So that is the life cycle of a butterfly. So you'll be watching another video about the life cycle of a butterfly, but something I want you to take a look at today is I want you to look, and maybe it's in your books, maybe it's in mom or dad's books, maybe it's in your big brother or big sister's books. I want you to see if you can find another book that has this. Anyone remember what it's called? Table of contents with information. I want to see if you can find another book in your house that has a table of contents. This is usually found in non-fiction books, right? So true books, real books, ones that tell you facts. Those are the books that have tables of contents in them. Fiction books where it's a story or made up don't have tables of contents usually. So if you do find one, I'd love to know what it is, okay? You can comment below and tell me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.